Good evening everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez Khan and I am a filmmaker and a film critic. And today's film is 1971's Johnny Got His Gun. That rhymes.
See it. It may change your life.
Before I get started with this review, I just want to thank Mr. Meese who suggested that I watch this film. He's a wonderful young man, he comments on my videos regularly, and he's a lot of fun to talk to, so thank you, good sir. Now let's get on with this review. I had never heard of this film until recently. Hell, I didn't even know it was written by Dalton Trumbo. Hell, I didn't even know who Dalton Trumbo was until a few weeks ago, until I saw the film named Trumbo. A man of spectacular writing talents, both when it comes to literature and film. His work is not at the forefront because of his political allegiances, which is quite sad. Let me backtrack. I didn't even find out about this film because of the association with Dalton Trumbo. I found out about this film a couple of weeks ago when I was watching the music video of my favorite band's song, One, by Metallica. Usually I am terrified of watching that video. It's really dark and creepy. But this time I stuck it out and I watched it and I'm like, oh, this is a really well shot music video. And then I did some snooping around the internet, I did some research and I found out that, wait, half of it's footage from this movie, Johnny Got His Gun. So I looked it up and I'm like, you know what, maybe I should watch this film. And if you haven't heard the song One by Metallica, I suggest you pause this video, go listen to that song, and then come back to my video. You know what, let's listen to a portion of One right now.
Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see, absolute horror, I cannot live, I cannot die.
Ah, don't stop. Actual friggin' music. Actual art. Now enough of my love in Metallica, let's talk about the Johnny Got His Gun. This is an anti-war film. It talks about the physical and mental effects war has on you. It takes the most extreme measures, however. Our main character is named Joe Bonham, joins the army, and he is blown to bits, quite literally, after he steps on a landmine. He is a quadruple amputee. He loses both his arms and legs and tongue, and he loses everything. It's just a torso of him on a bed. Whenever we see Joe on his bed, mind you, we never see his face. It's completely covered in the present time after he's blown to bits. The film shows it to us in black and white. His flashbacks are shown to us in color, and his visions are shown to us in highly saturated colors. This film is kind of known for separating its visual stories by color. His memories are clearly color. Nothing can be worse than being a quadruple amputee. As you're watching this film and you're listening to Joe put two and two together, realizing that he's not in control of anything at all when it comes to his body, you can't help but feel bad, and you can't help but feel as if Joe is calling out to you, the audience, for help. There are a lot of moments which made me cringe and made me feel sorry for the main character because of the top-notch voiceover as well. The actor who plays Joe emotes perfectly when it comes to his voice and describing everything. But it's also very accurate voiceover as well. Now I can imagine if you're left with no working organ except your brain, things will start to get a little bit muddy and crazy. There are multiple times when the voiceover overlaps, like our brain does in real life. The scenes of him lying in bed are mainly for audience opinions and they are subjective to Joe. The only catch is this is not a nightmare and he cannot be woken up. All the flashbacks serve as a commentary against war. It shows how children at a very young age are very subtly and unnoticeably brainwashed into thinking war is the right thing to do. There's one great scene between Joe and his father. He's actually being a good father. He's challenging his son and being stern towards him, but the message he's sending is rather mixed. He motivates his kid, but he also tells him that it's okay to die in war. It's also about the value of life, and it asks the question, are you worth anything when you have no limbs, when you can't walk, when you can't do anything, and you're strapped to a bed for the rest of your life? Is life really worth living when you're strapped to a bed? I must say, as anti-war the film is, because of the setting and the scenario, it is also pro-euthanasia. Some of the best scenes come when Joe is speaking with Jesus Christ, played by Donald Sutherland. Very, very cool. And he acts as a guide towards Joe. He answers his questions. Questions such as whether his bedrest is a dream or are his actual dreams. But even then, he's unable to help him. Joe helplessly calls himself a piece of meat. that keeps on living. He also questions whether he's alive and dreaming or dead and remembering. Some excellent, excellent dialogue. Those are some very heartfelt lines, and the impact is felt because of the delivery by the actor. This is one of the most complete films I've ever seen. It lets the audience have an opinion on right and wrong. And this is one of the greatest films I've ever seen as well. 5 out of 5 for Johnny Got His Gun. This is an absolute masterpiece. Thank you so much for watching, people. Let me know what you thought of my review in the comments below, and let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. It means a lot. If you want to communicate with me, I am on Twitter and Snapchat as username RameezFilmGeek. If you just want to have a chat with me, I love talking to my subscribers. I am on those 2 social media platforms. Thank you so much for watching, people. Until next time, remember to love yourselves.